Welcome back, guys, and in this video we are going to be diving into some very interesting new information that the developers just recently gave us about the Year 2 pass, as well as the Year 2 content and Year 2 free content. And also, the truck we're going to be driving in this video is a really interesting new truck, and I'll be going into a lot more detail on that truck very soon in a separate video. So if you're curious about that truck, just make sure you stick around for one of the upcoming videos, because like I said before, it'll be a specific showcase regarding that truck. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into everything we're going to be talking about in this video. So as I said before, the developers recently released this very interesting roadmap in regards to what we will be able to see and what we can expect in terms of the Year 2 pass, as well as free for all content. So as you can see, starting in 2020, we have Season 1, Season 2, 3, and 4, and then summer 2021 will be the release of Season 5. Now, obviously, they haven't given us an exact date for that yet, but that's something that we will be on the lookout for in the coming weeks and months. Now, in terms of the free content that you're going to be getting in between the release of Season 4 and then from Season 5 all the way through to Season 8, which is the new expansion, the free content you're going to be looking at is, of course, new cosmetics, crossplay, immersive mode, and new game plus. Now, they haven't really said much yet about immersive mode or new game plus. However, what they have said about immersive mode is they've said that it's basically a game mode where the in-game heads-up display and in-game user interface only appears on the screen when it's absolutely necessary. So that's going to be very interesting to see, especially it's going to be interesting to get more information on what they consider to be absolutely necessary in regards to the heads-up display and the user interface. But New Game Plus, we have yet to find any more information on. But of course, we will be keeping a very close eye on that in the near future. Now, if you need just a little bit of a refresher on what the Year 2 pass includes, it's going to include Season 5, Build and Dispatch, Season 6, Haul and Hustle coming in the fall, and then Season 7, Compete and Conquer, coming winter 21 to winter 22, and then Season 8, which is another new expansion, coming in spring of 22. So they really do have a gigantic roadmap of content planned out here, and I'm extremely excited to see where this entire year of content goes, as we are currently just about already halfway into 2021, and we are about to see, hopefully, more information regarding Season 5. Now, circling back to the topic of crossplay, this has been a very highly requested and very highly talked about feature, and the last the devs talked about it, they were talking about how they were working on how to best implement crossplay between the Epic version of the game and the Steam version of the game on PC. Now, that would be obviously a really, really nice thing to see when it does get finished. However, a lot of people are going to be curious about crossplay between different console versions, and they haven't really talked all that much about that, but I would expect that if they're considering crossplay between the Steam and the Epic version, hopefully we will see something regarding crossplay between the PlayStation and Xbox versions later on down the road. Now, as far as crossplay between PC and consoles, I feel like that would be a little bit more difficult or complicated. However, since all of the mods are hosted in the same place, it wouldn't necessarily be difficult in regards to the mods, but what you would probably have to do, or what the developers would probably have to do, is, say for example, if you wanted to play with a console player but you were on a PC, and this is all just kind of hypothetically speaking, but maybe they could implement something where maybe you could turn on a console safe mode on your mod browser, and then your PC would only allow you to have mods active that are currently approved and available to console players, thus for making your games compatible with each other. I'm not sure, once again, if that is something they could implement or not, but it would be really cool to see if that's something that they consider in the future. Once again, I think it would be a really cool feature to see, but we don't, as of yet, have any confirmation on cross-console compatibility, but we have seen, like I said before, that the devs are working on Steam version to Epic version crossplay. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below on what you would like to see, or ways you think the devs could go about implementing a crossplay system like we just talked about. Now, if you're a fan of Tata trucks and enjoyed the recent Tata pack, you'll be happy to know that the devs actually confirmed in a separate update, and of course reiterated in this one, that there would be more Tata trucks coming to the SnowRunner series in the future. Now, I'm not sure if those will be coming as individual packs or if they will be coming as part of updates and expansions or not. The devs haven't revealed that information yet, But what we can be sure of and what we can be excited about is that we will be seeing more Tata trucks in SnowRunner in the future. So if you have a particular favorite Tata truck that has not become available in this game yet, do let me know in the comments section down below if you are a Tata fan and if you think there is a very specific Tata truck that would fit perfectly in SnowRunner that isn't already here, like for example the 805 or the 813. Now, quickly to touch on the vehicle that I'm using in this video, this is the square body Trail Bruiser, and it is the follow-up to the Trail Brawler Ford. Now, this truck is console friendly, and it does have the necessary console files, so hopefully we'll be seeing this truck on console in the future, and hopefully the nearer rather than farther future. And I do talk about that a little bit more in the videos that I've specifically done on this truck, but you guys, like I said before in the beginning, you'll be seeing that video soon. And the map that we are on in this video is TNV Trails, and we're out here because this map really still to this day provides some of the best open world trail riding and rock crawling that I've ever seen in SnowRunner. There are a lot of other really good maps out there, but this one, especially due to its consistent updates, is constantly getting better and constantly getting more and more engaging and more beautiful with update after update after update. Now, in the recent update, the developers also did mention that the Steam version of SnowRunner is actually, or I should say, the premium edition on Steam is going to be 20% off until the 8th of July, which is actually really cool if you've been considering picking it up on Steam and you've been looking for a decent time to do it. Now, at this point in the video, I would like to switch gears and talk about Phase 5 again. Now, we're hoping to see something in regards to Phase 5 on the public test server, hopefully soon, because we haven't really seen anything on it just yet, but I'm really hoping that we start to see some info starting to trickle out about Phase 5 soon, because Phase 5 should actually be making its way in terms of environment and location back to North America if it sticks with the general back and forth that we've seen between phases and the locations in which they are based. And if we go off of that idea and that mentality, we can look at the location for Phase 4 and at least make an educated guess, or at least a somewhat educated guess, that it should be coming back to North America. So if you guys have any locations in mind that you either think there is a high chance of Phase 5 being set, or just an area that you would like Phase 5 to be set in, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see once Phase 5 actually releases, or once the developers announce the location, we'll see if any of us can get close, or maybe even guess correctly where Phase 5 is going to be. Now, keep in mind that in regards to Phase 5 and in regards to naming, it's called Build and Dispatch. So that kind of means that we'll be dealing a lot with, or at least in my opinion, we'll be dealing a lot with building and heavy hauling. But then again, we've dealt with that in a very large sense in a lot of the previous updates. So if they add something new into that dynamic, that would be really cool to see. Now, we haven't really heard anything yet about new cargo types or new heavy hauls, but I am keeping my eyes peeled for any little bits of new information I can find for you guys on Phase 5, and I know that we haven't really seen much about it yet, but once again, like I said before, don't worry, we will be talking about all of that Phase 5 news right here as soon as we get it and as soon as the developers release it. Now, in terms of modding, and especially console modding, we've seen some really big drops recently, one of the biggest ones being the 2017 L400. Now, that truck, if you don't already have it, you absolutely need to check it out, because at the end of the day, there are very few trucks that can do so many different things in one platform. That truck can go from being a scout, to a support vehicle, to a tow rig, to a trail rig, to a monster truck, to a mud truck, and pretty much everything in between that you might want to try with it. I mean, there are so many different approaches that you can take with that truck, and I think that it's a worthwhile addition to everybody's console mod collection. And last but most certainly not least, if you have picked up SnowRunner more recently, let me know what your experience has been like in the comment section down below, getting into the game now that there is so much extra content, both in the form of DLC as well as mods. Have you been venturing more into DLC? Have you been venturing more into mods? Or have you been venturing more into the base game with the intent to then branch off once the base game has been completed? Let me know from the standpoint of those new players in the comment section down below, because I know that there have been, over over the past few months, there have been a lot of new players to the game, both in terms of the Steam version, the Switch version, and people that have gotten the chance to pick up the game on their respective consoles as well. So that's going to do it for this video, and of course for this update, guys. If you have anything else that you would like to discuss with me or you think should be talked about in a video, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you're new around here and would like to see brand new videos like this one exactly when they come out, make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications turned on. That's going to do it for this one, guys, and I'll see y'all next time.